Não, aqui está aqui a pegar na última parte de Beginner's Guide. Eu já disse no outro, vou dizer neste. Vocês vão me ver a dizer pelo caminho que eu vou fazer só um episódio. Mas passou os 50 minutos. Portanto, vamos separar em dois para ser mais fixe para vocês curtirem com calma. Vamos embora para a parte final. E eu agora de repente vou mudar de cara porque eu devo estar super confuso porque eu joguei tudo seguido. Não, a cena não ficava intensa e ainda bem que eu joguei tudo seguido, pessoal. Vamos embora para o episódio e boa sorte. Ai, este jogo. Guard. Não, aqui não há nada. Madam, glad to see you arrived safely. I've captured the machine. Few now. Can you begin interrogation whenever you like? I intend to be quick. I intend to be quiet. I intend to be brutal. Quick. Very good. Just be warned that someone... So you might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. What the fuck? Isto é tipo como ele se sentia... Olha, espera-te. Não... Ah, já não me apanham. Isto é como ele se sentia. Imediatismo.
And of course, it's the machine.
The machine. You stopped. I stopped. You stopped. Ah, estamos a falar para a máquina, ok. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Eu estava só a sobreviver. Ele está a falar para uma máquina. Ele criou um jogo a culpar isto. E agora está a ter justificações. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you have put them through? So, those people are so ill. If it was only because your creations that any of us could make it through every day, how could you possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? Ele estava super dependente. Ele acha que é isto que ele tem de fazer obrigatoriamente. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them, que é ele. You have to admit to people that you allow them to suffer. You've been so alone. I've been so alone. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No, nothing. Be careful. I don't want to hurt you. Uou, já está a começar a ter pensamentos depressivos. I have seen the thing you fear. No, nothing. Não, vamos manter a conversa mais saudável. Mais saudável. Vai ele pedir desculpa às pessoas que é ele. Boa. My followers, my friends. Meus amigos. It falls on me to learn bad news. I have a troubling revelation. Tenho uma revelação preocupante. The machine will not apologize to the machine refuses to admit that is delivering hurt us. Não pede desculpa a nós. But this is not important. We are strong than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its gains. Boa! Let us pay their retribution. Let us show it that we are now not failures. Let us show it that we are not failures. Let us pay it retribution. Mostrar que a gente consegue viver sozinhos sem a máquina pensadora. Follow me. Não. Follow me will destroy everything that the machine has created. Oh, machine. O que a máquina criou. A máquina é ele. Portanto, se calhar devem ser as criações. Vou ligar as luzes. Ah, este é o cenário? Ah, coda.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work? So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape.
Isto desliga, man!
I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Ele nunca mostrava a ninguém e achava que o trabalho não era bom. Put down your weapon. Eu não tenho weapon. Ah, eu tenho weapon. Não posso controlar nada? No?
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do?
Estava completamente
Because it's the
preso.
thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy, so beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Ok, mas a voz dele não é muito positiva. Portanto, depois de ele ter exposto o trabalho do Coda às pessoas e o Coda perceber que afinal ele tem de se perceber. Ele nunca sabia se era bom ou não porque não comunicava com ninguém.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Nada, nada. Oh. Enorme. Que vai cair, não vai? Chico, olha, desiludiu-me. Oh.
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Ok. Ele tinha, se vocês não perceberam, ele tinha um mapa, como é que se diz? Um labirinto. Este jogo, depois de ele ter partilhado com as pessoas o trabalho dele e ser reconhecido, é isto que ele fez.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable.
Okay.
Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end.
Sim.
But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate.
Este não.
What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Este é clausura. Daqui a um dia vai haver outro mais.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Bom, devias ter avisado. O que é que eu dava? Não! 151617. 617, não era? Yeah. 617. Acertei um. Ok. Fogo, isto parecia as escadas em Hogwarts. Bem, isto só mostra mesmo o distanciamento que ele tinha. Então.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first two challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
Whoa.
I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Ok. Não havia hipótese, vocês perceberam? O switch era
Was I
deste
a
lado.
failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself,
what the fuck, man?
I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Será que nem ele sabia o significado do que fazia? Só fazia por fazer. Faz muito sentido.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. did I screw up?
Tower. Só tem com os dois challenges. Bem. Pessoal, vocês têm de jogar. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Ah.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable. And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Ele usou o trabalho do Cora para sentir if there was an answer, a meaning would make you happier. Would you stop taking my games and show them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the law. Myself. Would you stop chasing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? Hã? Adicionar os lampposts? Isto falou que é recorrente.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people.
Let them be
I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Pressionável. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than me. O narrador é que I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet, which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But you do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you are resting.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Está tudo a ficar fragmentado. And when you finally see I'm talking about, don't say anything. Vai ficar preso aqui para sempre.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Pois. Portanto, o que a gente chega aqui à conclusão é que nós, como observadores, é que estamos... Não sei. Eu não sei, pessoal.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more.
Precisava do trabalho do Coda.
It's like a disease.
Eu precisava do trabalho do Coda para ser... Ele é que estava frustrado, ele é que estava sem saber o que fazer. Ele é que não sabia o que fazer. Está ali, abriu. Estúpido. Estou muito alterado, pessoal.
Solution.
Afinal, quem está damage não é o Coda.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Isto, basicamente, quem interpretou mal é...
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
The disease. The disease. Eu estou... não sei. Não sei, pessoal, porque eu não consigo sequer perceber... não consigo... não faço ideia onde é que isto vai dar.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Precisa de estar sempre pôr-se em comparação com outros para conseguir achar que está bem. Não é?
What now?
What now? What now? Pessoal, neste momento até a minha câmera já está a acabar a pilha.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
A avaliação exterior neste momento ele também não sabe. Mas go para onde, mano? Ele neste momento não sabe, ele próprio. O Coda... Este programador é que não sabe o que é que há de fazer com ele próprio. A pressão... Eu estou a dizer palavras à toa, eu vou... chegar à mesma estação outra vez. Mas com uma escada diferente. Está preso. Falta de criatividade. Ou seja, sente-se melhor a julgar o trabalho do outro. É verdade, ele sente-se melhor a julgar o trabalho do outro e acha que o trabalho do outro é que está incorreto, quando na verdade ele realmente não consegue criar. Pelo menos parece-me a mim. E estas sombras me fazem parecer o corredor mais comprido. E ainda fazem parecer mais comprido. E isto é quando ele vai... Queres ver? É aquele beam do início. Vai ser levado. Tudo isto é a mente dele, com certeza. Desculpa, eu estou a olhar muito para a câmera porque já está quase a acabar os minutos, pessoal. Tudo isto é a confusão que ele tem na própria cabeça. Todo este labirinto. Se eu olhar assim, para. Ah, não para não. Eu não para não. Fica preso na criação. Demais! Demais! 4R. I've been posted by the following individuals. Demais! Pessoal, é assim, já está a passar. Pessoal, obrigadão por terem visto. Esmigalhem o likezão, vocês já sabem que eu peço isso. E peço também que vocês comentem o que é que vocês acharam do jogo e as vossas ideias sobre isto. Eu pessoalmente foi o que eu disse, eu acho que ele ficou... Metam aí por baixo, pessoal. Metam aí por baixo o que é que vocês acham e... estou à espera de comentários, está bem? Ruben, obrigadão pelo apoio e pela sugestão. Manda vir esse site para eu ir ver, se faz favor, mano. Então vá, pessoal, daqui foi Nokia, não vou ficar mais tempo. WEGAMEYOU YouTube, portem-se bem e vemo-nos aí, está bem? Vemo-nos aí.